Hi children, how are you all? I believe that everyone is fine and staying at home safely. So today I'm once again welcome you back to the English video class. Today we are going to see a supplementary reader lesson named The Tiny Teacher. So, uh, the tiny teacher. So, in the picture itself, you can understand that what we are going to learn today. So, it is all about the ants, right, children? So, here, so name the smallest insect you have seen and the wisest. Is it the fly? No, it is not. Is it the mosquito? No, not the mosquito. Then it must be the worm. No, none of this. Actually, it is the ant. It is the ant, the most common, the smallest, but the wisest insect, which is ant. Right, children? So, the story of an ant's life sounds almost untrue. Almost untrue means it is specifically true. It is specifically true. It is actually true. Right? So, the phrase almost untrue refers it is specifically true to remarkable to be true. Right, children? But people have kept ants as pets. But people have kept ants as pets and have watched their daily behavior closely. So, we know a number of facts about this tiny, hardworking, and intelligent creatures. That is, the most common thing we know is that the ants always go in an line. Is it not? This is the thing already we know about the ant, but still there are many informations are there. So today we are going to learn what are the facts are given in the lesson, right? So let's get into the lesson. So, an ant uses its feelers or antenna to talk to others ants by passing messages through them. Actually, how we are communicating each other. So, there are different ways of communication for humans, but for these type of insects, they have certain things only. They have certain things. So, look at the picture of the ant. Look at the picture of the ant. So here uh, look at the parts of the ant. So the first thing is antenna. Antenna means, yes, let me say the parts. Antenna, head, thorax, abdomen, legs, mandible, eye. So here in the first line, look at the first line. An ant uses its feelers or antenna to talk to other ants by passing messages through them. So, we people are communicating through a language, but animals or insects they don't know the languages. So, they are communicating by using their body parts. So, here the part of its body that is the antenna, which is used to talk to each other, that is which is used to talk to other ants by passing messages through this only. They are passing their messages, they are conveying their everything they are conveying through this antenna, right, children? And then next, watch a row of ants moving up or down the wall. So, listen here. So, each ant greets all the other coming from the opposite direction by touching their feelers. So, how they are greeting each other. So, if an ant comes from left side means the other ant comes from right side means how they will greet each other. They are greeting each other by touching their antenna, by touching their feelers. Okay, by touching their antenna they are wishing themselves, they are greeting each other, they are greeting each other, right, children? And there are many kinds of ants. There are many kinds of ants. The most commonest among them are the black or red ones. So usually we could see the ants are in black and red color, is it not? So these are the types of ant, these are the kinds of ants. So we have seen them since we were children but haven't paid enough attention to them. So how many of you have listened to the ants? How many of you have watched the ants, how they are so like how they are communicating each other, how they are gathering their foods, where they are staying. So how many of you have watched these things? So this lesson is about all these things, right children? So where do they live? Where do they live? Actually they will they live in ant hills. Their place is called ant hills or nests. Their homes are called nests or ant hills. So each has hundreds of little rooms and passages. Hundreds of little rooms and passages. Here it refers the ant hill. The ant hill. An ant hill has hundreds of little rooms and passages. So if you let's see in the next slide, that is this is the picture of an ant hill. This is the picture of a ant hill. So see how much rooms are there, how much things are there. So this is the life of an ant. This is the life of the ant. So listen carefully. The queen ant lays eggs in some of these rooms. That is, we already know that the queen ants only lay eggs. So like that, the queen ant lays eggs in some of these rooms. The young ones are called grubs. That is the like eggs will so the eggs are called grubs, and they are kept in the other room used as nursery. So until they become as ants, they kept in a nursery. So they kept in a particular room. That room is called the nursery, right children? So and there are separate rooms for workers and soldiers. There are separate rooms for workers and soldiers. So there are some divisions in ants group. That is, workers have their reserved quarters and soldiers have their reserved quarters. That is quarters here. First, they'll have particular room. They'll have separate room, right? And some rooms are used as storehouse. Some rooms are used as storehouse. So listen one thing carefully. They spend most of their time searching for food. That is, who are spending, that is workers are spending their spending their time for searching their food. And some rooms serve as storehouse for this food. Why they are having storehouse? Because the ants cannot find food in the winter season. So they will be busy in summer season. They cannot able to find food in the winter season. So for the winter season also, they'll store their foods in the storehouses. So when the winter season comes, they will be in the ant hill itself, and they'll have their food. They'll take their food from the storehouses. So this is the thing are happening in their life. And soldiers have separate barracks. Barracks here it refers. What is the meaning of barracks? Barracks means living place for soldiers. So workers have separate place to live, and the soldiers also have separate place to live. The meaning of barrack is living place for soldiers. That is the name of the barrack, means living place for soldiers, right children? And the next, no worker has ever tried to live in a soldier's house. That is, the worker ants doesn't get into soldier's house. Okay, the worker ants doesn't get into soldier's house, as well as the soldier's ants also doesn't get into worker's house. So no worker has ever tried to live in a soldier's house. No soldier has ever gone out searching for food. So the soldiers, what is their work? They will be in the anthill itself. They never go out to search for food. But the searching for, that is the work of searching food is given to only the worker hands, not to the soldier hands. Understand children? So the worker hands should do their work. That is, what is their work? Searching food. but the soldiers has to be in the anthill itself, right? And no worker or no soldier or no cleaner has ever harmed a grub. What does mean by grub? Already I said no, the eggs of the ants. So no one will harm the eggs of the ants because they don't disturb, because until they become an ant, no one will disturb the grubs. So that you can see an ant's life is very peaceful. So whatever the works are allotting to the particular person, they'll do their work properly. So likewise, so that the peace is there in the anthill, right children? So each does its share of work intelligently and bravely. So they are sharing their works, and they are doing their works what is allotted to the workers or soldiers or cleaners or queen. So likewise, so what is the work is given, they are doing their work only. They don't harm anyone, they don't disturb anyone, but they'll share their works each other intelligently and bravely, and they never fights with others. That is, they never fight with each other in the group, they never fight with other members of the group. So I hope that all of you have understand the lesson so far. Still the lesson is there, we'll see the remaining in the next video, right children? So here I've given 5 questions. So I've taken these questions from the video itself. So listen the video carefully and find the answers for these questions. The first question is, in what ways is an ant's life peaceful? Second one, how do ants talk to each other? Third one, what does mean by grubs? Fourth one, what does mean by barracks? Fifth one, name the parts of the ants. So children, you want to find the answers for these questions and submit the homework to your class teacher, right? And let's see the remaining in the next video. Bye, take care.